Tainara.
Hello.
Hello, Tainara.
Hello, how are you? Hi, Cecile. Hi, Fanny. Hi, Dusan. Patricia. Oh, I am without the. Okay, now you can see me, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I think we are good to go. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Blue Mission Atlantic and Arctic Weekly Hour. My name is Ana Faria. I'm a member of the Blue Mission AA project at the Air Center. And on today's Weekly Hour, we will be exploring the Wavelinks. It's an open access platform designed to connect ocean stakeholders, promote collaborations, and drive innovative solutions in the marine restoration and conservation. Wavelinks is co-developed by Prep4Blue, Blue Mission AA, and Blue Mission Banners, which are the three coordination and support actions that support the implementation of Mission Ocean and Waters. So be prepared. This is going to be a highly dynamic webinar. We have with us 4 speakers who will be guiding you through the key functionalities and benefits of Wavelinks. Introducing the platform, we have Dusan Misevich. Dusan is a data scientist at the Research and Innovation Organization of the University of Southern Denmark. And he's part of the team that is building web platforms that stimulates connections between stakeholders, enables knowledge sharing, boosts research productivity, and improves access to funding. And this, of course, includes the Wavelinks platform. And then we have Cecilia Manago. She's a senior knowledge transfer and impact officer with Erin Innovation in Ireland. And Cecilia has over 10 years of experience in research, development, and innovation. Her main research interest is on socio-ecological production landscapes and seascapes, and Cecilia is also a task and co-work package leader on Prep4Blue project. Frances Klett is a project and events manager at the Submariner Network, where she coordinates and manages the Blue Mission Banners project. Her work focuses on political communication and stakeholder engagement. And we have Tainara Lousada. She comes from the Regional Fund for Science and Technology based in the Azores, and she's manager of the Blue Mission project. Blue Mission AA, sorry. Tainara's work is dedicated to fostering innovative solutions, products, and services aimed at restoring marine ecosystems and freshwaters. Thank you all for organizing this webinar, and I will now give the floor to Dusan.
Hello, everybody. So it's really nice to have this chance to talk to you about wavelengths, and I'm gonna share my screen quickly and have a short presentation. I'll also do a very short walkthrough through the platform before my colleagues take over. Before we even start, I just also wanted to stress we are in the context of Blue Mission AA, and it's great to be part of this weekly hour. But Wavelinks is a joint effort across 3 different CSAs. So besides Blue Mission AA, there is Prep4Blue and Blue Mission Banners, and this is also reflected in our panelists today. So it's a joint effort. Everybody benefits, and we join forces to make something new and interesting. So what is Wavelinks? Well, most simply put, it's a web platform. You'll see it in a second. It's based on open source data and software. This is important because it means that it follows principles that are aligned with the EU. It also, open source software is easier to maintain. There's a bigger community and it costs less. Our goal is to map the research innovation landscape of the Mission Ocean, to foster collaboration, to reinforce links between academia, industry, and society, what was already mentioned a little bit and what you'll see more during the hour. I wanted to briefly talk about both the team and the process of constructing Wavelinks. So you see me on the screen representing SDU, but it's actually a team effort. These are all my colleagues. Those who don't have pictures are not less important. They're just more difficult to catch in front of a camera. But we're a very diverse group that includes researchers, former researchers, research supporters, and IT developers. So it's sort of done, this is a platform that's done by the academia for academia, rather than using an external contractor or a sort of for-profit organization. And we think that's important and gives it a special flair and a different point of view. In terms of what we do as a team, very briefly, as Anna said, we analyze synthesized complex data. Besides Wavelinks, we have other platforms that we developed as well. There is we're calling ourselves Ulinks and have a cute kitty as a logo as a team. So feel free to check out our other projects, and we're very open for collaboration on different aspects of them. So specifically for Wavelinks, this is something that was started more than 2.5 years ago, and what you see now on the web is a result of sort of a multi-step process that included data cleaning and collection and synthesis, building a database to store that data, building a front end, a platform visual that you actually see when you go to the website, building some visualizations, and having user and partner input throughout this process from all the different CSAs and all different stakeholders. We spent some time designing it, so this was actually a mock-up of what the website would look like, which my colleagues built at the very beginning. We explored the data to start with to see what would be interesting to plot, what would be useful to look at, how to best visualize. So there was sort of a data exploration part of this. And I wanted to talk at this point a little bit about the data that we have. So it comes from different sources. So there are different online databases that we're using, including things like Cordis, Mission Ocean Charter, UN Decade signatory list. All of this sort of gets combined, and this is where we think things really get interesting, is because they bring different types of data, and of course, including partner input. In some cases, data is directly collected and curated by the partners. And these errors are not just to make things pretty and look complicated, but they actually do reflect what are some of the interactions within our databases. So these are not siloed data, but quite the opposite. The whole point is to be able to go from the project to a stakeholder, to a solution, to a potentially citizen science effort. And you see that we have close to 6,000 projects listed, that there is over 14,000 stakeholders that are in the database. There is close to 1,000 citizen science projects. Actually, I should have updated the slide. There is now even more solutions that are available. It's I believe over 100. So it's a very rich, diverse data set from many different sources that we think is useful to explore and to inform efforts in this domain. Again, we start with a whole bunch of data. We apply some classification ontology to it. We enrich it in different ways. We sort it into a database. We built an interface to it, and that allows us to then display it and share it with you. And I really wanted to kind of point out this cycle that there are refinements to this, and they happen quite constantly and often, and that we see what works, what doesn't work, add new fields, etc. So this is the last slide that I'm going to show, that again sort of recapitulates a little bit of what is Wavelinks good for. Why are we building this? And I think it'll be also reflected in the rest of the hour as my colleagues talk to you about different parts of the platform and how to use it. So it's a way to look who to collaborate with, to explore citizen science initiatives, to find a solution that might be useful for your particular project. You can connect with stakeholders. You can also discover other ways people have engaged with stakeholders and apply them to your own project. With that, I wanted to go briefly to so this is the Wavelinks website. I didn't go through the login process because time, but this is what the landing page looks like. It sort of explains some of the things that that we talked about. One thing I want to point out is that there's this Wavelinks contact email that's present here. So if there's anything, feel free to reach out to us. When you arrive, you're going to arrive to one of these dashboards, and I'm going to talk about them just a little bit now. So they're sort of an overview of the data that exists in the database. So for example, you see here, this is a number of projects that are in different mission objectives, or they're potentially in multiple mission objectives. We can also look at stakeholder objectives by country. Where do we find different things? We can look at sort of a word cloud that's constructed from the projects. It's a way to get a broader feel of the data. We did one dashboard for each of the 3 CSAs. You can see that they're slightly different and they show different things. We're still working and enriching this. For example, here we have how many different engagement methods can be classified as one that collaborate, consult, inform, or involve the public. Basically, think of this as an overview to things, and I think I'm actually slightly ahead of time, but that's okay. I'm gonna stop here, because the next thing that we want to show you are these different tabs that you have here, and for that I have my colleague Cecilia Manago that's going to start showing us things about the projects and about the stakeholders. I'm going to stop sharing my screen.
Thank you very much, Dusan, for that very informative introduction, and also Anna. So I will continue to share my screen. So sorry. I hope you can see it well. And thank you. Yes, as Dusan said, you see here these different data sets. So in terms of projects, as you see, there are more than 5,000 projects sourced. And you have different filters and search functions to guide yourself through the different projects. And the same is on stakeholders. So there are more than 1,000 stakeholders currently sourced. And again, like you can find different search functions. And what I definitely want to show you is an interlinkage of these different data sets. So I think what already became very clear by Dusan's presentation is that Wavelinks is, or we really tried to make it more than just a platform or just another platform. So we really think we provide value here, connecting these different data sets. As you see, how are the projects connected to the stakeholders, and how are they connected to the solutions? And we will hear more about the solutions later by Tainara. But what I would like to show you is this interlinkage and why we need it. So you see here one solution, for example, that is sourced, and there are different solutions. These may be technical solutions, it may be approaches, methodologies that, when they are applied, would have an impact towards the mission objectives and targets. And that is, of course, the aim of the mission Restore Our Ocean and Waters, and the aim of the projects that collaborate here in Wavelinks. And so how can we achieve that? How can we create this impact based on the solutions? And here we apply a methodology developed by Erin Innovation, which has 3 steps: the collection, analysis, and transfer of knowledge or solutions. And you see here, for example, as Dusan also said, we have about more than 90 solutions currently jointly sourced in Wavelinks. And to generate that impact, the solution, of course, needs to be applied by a target user. And how can we bring that solution to a target user? That requires a transfer activity. And this target user would then apply it and generate a transfer impact. And the methodology foresees that there would probably be several target users throughout a pathway to impact, which is informed through the analysis step. And in that analysis, we work with expert panels and desktop research. And what we found very important, and also what we have received as user feedback on the Wavelinks platform, is that landscape mapping is very useful to actually find the potential target user. And here comes in the work of the mission ontology, developed actually by Fraunhofer Austria. So here on this tool, we work my colleague Alexander in S3E11 and René from Fraunhofer Austria, who developed the mission ontology. And this ontology, which is kind of a semantic network, I might be able to explain a bit, showing you what it can do. So it can connect the needed dots to then find the synergies across the different data sets. So as you had seen, we have the project, stakeholders, engagement methods, which we will hear more about later, citizens, science, and etc., and the solution. So how do we connect these? And we do that with the help of the ontology. And here, for example, you see per solution automatically generated a stakeholder mapping, which will just help us to find our pathway to our target user, to whom we would then undertake a transfer activity and who would apply the knowledge to generate that impact. And this is very functional, so you can play around with it. You can see here how it generates the different dots, how they are interconnected. And you see, for example, to this solution, there are other solutions that are connected with it. And I think that's very, very interesting to see here, these synergies, because potentially diverse solutions might have a bigger impact working together using these synergies than each one alone. But we need to know this. And this way we can then scale the impact, knowing these synergies and using them. Furthermore, they are connected to different projects. And so this is a tool to really explore this landscape. Which are the different stakeholders and how are these connected through the different data sets in Wavelinks, as I had shown before, the projects and stakeholders. But I want to definitely also show you is a ranking. So here we see the match score. And when you hover about this, it gives us the explanation. So the similarity score shows how well stakeholders match the given solution based on the number of shared Eurowalk terms between the stakeholders, projects and solutions, weighed by the number of projects matching that solution. So in this case, we have a ranking of which stakeholder is identified through the ontology as potentially relevant. And here we can again see also that graph shown, how that specific stakeholder would be connected. And here again, we can further explore this landscape. And yeah, we do think that that is really helpful to first inform the potential pathways to impact, but also to create the synergies. And what I want to show you now, here you can actually see a video that demonstrates the entire tool if you want to see more. But what I want to show you now is then how would that impact be generated and measured, so we can track the transfer impact and the progress towards the mission objectives and targets to restore the ocean and waters. So it is possible to draft these pathways to impact, identifying the transfer activity, the target user, with help, for example, of expert panels and desktop research, and also within that desktop research informed through the stakeholder landscape mapping that we just saw. And we would notify the application, the outcome of that transfer, and the impact indicator. And that helps us to monitor the entire process. And we can also learn from each other, as Dusan said, as this is then open source on Wavelinks. And yeah, here we also see for future applications, a lot of potential, because again, here, like we can see the synergies with the ontology between the outcomes that would be in the system. And we can also, again, further explore the connections. We can see, for example, the connections between different outcomes of different solutions that would be transferred, and monitor impact towards the mission objectives with an accumulation of the impact indicators. So yeah, I hope that was an overview of these different functions, the project stakeholders, and a little insight into the solutions where we have this tool which connects these different dots. And I would pass on to Franny to give us an overview on the engagement methods in citizen science. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. I will also share my screen and share from my side a little bit here. I hope you can now see on the engagement methods and citizen science, as Cecilia said. These are two parts of Wavelinks that are very helpful for you to use, because they're basically repositories of information. So for example, here, if you're looking to engage with stakeholders, you can go to Wavelinks, you can check out this list. Right now, there are 49 methods here, for example, and you can read about a bunch of different ways that you can successfully engage with the stakeholders. I mean, for example, here via newsletter, then it gives a bit of information about newsletters as an engagement method. But of course, you don't just have to scroll through them. You can also filter a little bit and decide, for example, how many people do you want to engage with? Maybe as Dusan showed at the beginning, you can also show the type of engagement that you're hoping to get out of this. Let's say collaboration. So maybe you have a big group that you want to collaborate with, and then you can get an idea of different engagement methods that you could use. So here, for example, we have co-creation sessions, which is the type of engagement method that we actually have chosen to use at our mission arenas. So this is a very nice repository of a bunch of different engagement methods where you can engage with a small group, a large group on all kinds of different goals. Yeah, so that's a little bit on this. Relatedly, there's also a list of citizen science initiatives. These are also very similar, as it's a repository where you can scroll through, see what has been going on, what is ongoing in terms of citizen science initiatives. Here there are a lot more listed. For each of them, similar to the engagement methods, you can click and learn more about them. You can also, of course, follow through to their website and then really see more and connect with whoever is putting on this citizen science initiative. So this is also quite a nice repository that can be used regularly. Here also, you can select different filters. Maybe we want to do an outdoor something that's, I don't know, let's see, that's continuous and has a lot of participants, for example. So you can put on all of these filters and then you can decide, okay, this is the type of activity that I want. This is the type of activity that I want to engage with. And then you get another list of all of these that are ongoing right now, where you can hear them learn more. You can click on their website and get in touch. Yeah, so I think for now that's enough on all of this, but we just wanted to show you that both of these repositories exist and that they can be used to find a lot of interesting information on what is currently ongoing within the world of Mission Ocean. So I'll pass on now to Tinara to talk more about the Solutions tab here. Thank you.
Thank you, Franny. Thank you, everyone. Hello, everyone. My name is Tainara Lousada. I am the project manager of the Blue Mission AA, representing FRCT from Azores, Portugal, as Anna said. I am glad to be here at the Wavelinks Weekly Hour and to be sharing with you a short presentation about the catalog of solutions, one of the key tools of the Wavelinks platform. So first I am going to address some questions and then I am going to develop the answers and just to give you a small introduction and then I can share my screen. So what the catalog of solution is and its importance. First of all, the catalog was created under the Blue Mission AA project, which is a coordination hub to support the mission implementation in the Atlantic and Arctic Sea basins. The catalog of solution is a centralized repository of innovative solutions designed to address challenges within ocean conservation, climate resilience, marine and coastal restoration, and the blue economy sector. It plays a crucial role in promoting knowledge sharing, collaboration, and scaling up impactful solutions by connecting innovators with end users, such as a research, a policymaker, industry, banks, insurance, local communities, and individuals. Serving as a valuable resources for new and ongoing activities, making expertise easily and accessible for marine conservation and restoration projects within the Atlantic and Arctic basins and beyond. So the catalog of solutions emerge as dynamic and innovative tools for fostering collaboration and engagement, facilitating knowledge sharing and matchmaking between stakeholders, and initiating transformative actions within ocean restoration, conservation, and the blue economy. All of this just in one place. And who can access the catalog? And as Cecilia told, the target audience is divided into groups, the providers and the end users. The providers are the parties responsible for the services and the solutions presenting on the catalog, while the end users are those seeking for these informations. Both groups can be represented by the regional and national authorities, the government and public agents, the finance and funding organization, businesses, industries, research institutions, civil society, and individuals like us. Regarding the methodology, how the solutions are uploaded, and first of all, the development of the catalog occurred in phases. And the first phase was to establish our baseline studies. We analyzed for this the European founded project listed on the portfolio analysis of the European mission Restore Our Ocean and Water by 2030, selecting key solutions with valuable potential to provide innovative approaches. Next, to the second phase, we expanded our research by exploring the projects funded by various European programs, including a list of projects from Platform Blue and the Blue Mission AA, and creating a framework between these two projects. That's why we have both Blue Mission AA and Platform Blue solution on the catalog. Now we are focusing on identifying, classifying, and evaluating market-based solutions and services. This involves deep desktop research, engaging with enterprises at the event and conference, and keeping eyes open for innovative projects. For example, the Blue Invest annual event, national clusters, and business incubators. They serve as a key reference points. And finally, on the last phase, we'll be able to allow all of you, the providers and innovators, to upload their solutions on the platform. This tool will be available soon. And if Dusan wants to talk a little bit about this forward, you are free to talk about it. So now I'm going to share my screen just to explain where the solution is. Okay, just a moment. Okay. Now you can see, right?
Yes, Danara.
Okay, after logging in the Wavelinks, we go to the dashboard and go to the left side hand menu. We click on Explore. Here we have the solution here, or you can have the catalog of solution here. It's so easy, and that's it. You are on the catalog of solutions. As you can see, we have the search bar, and this one, add new tool, that Dusan can explain later. But just for now, we can just search. And I'm going to give you an example. If I am a research center and I would like to, for example, I'm looking for an equipment to monitor the seafloor, for instance, a camera. Here we have ways to find what I am looking for. We have the search bar. We can search the right keywords, or we can filter by sea basins. We have Atlantic, all of these options, the readiness level, the maturity of the solution. We have the mission objective. I am going to say something about it later. And the data source. We have Blue Mission AA and Platform Blue. That's what I said earlier. So just to see, let's just give you an example. I'm going to choose Atlantic and Arctic basins. I'm going to search by Blue Mission AA solution, and just to filter here, I am going to search for a cam. So here I have an example of solution, the Azores Drift Cam. Now, simple and easy. We have all the description here of the solution. The solution is divided on general information, solution detail, benefits, scope, and here the mission ocean alignment. So to make sure the solutions is in the catalog aligned with the European mission ocean, we access them based on the mission objectives, targets, enablers, and impact as categories. In another word, for the solution or services be available on the platform, it must go through a process of identification, description, classification, validation, and qualification by us to ensure that your solution offers innovation and positive environmental impact. Okay, here we have the category. And as Cecilia told, the category of the solution can be a lot of things: knowledge sharing, technology tools, infrastructure, material and equipment, regulatory and governance, financial and business, public mobilization, and engagement. In this case, we have this category, we have this theme, keywords, and here we have the solutions details. So if I am a center looking for equipment to rent, I have all the data here to reach the providers, get to know the solutions. We have the website, we have the person contact of the provider of the solutions. And here is it. It's very easy to use. And on the other hand, if I am a municipality, for example, let me just clean this data. Okay, if I am a municipality, for example, regional or national authority, and I'm struggling with my port with a large wave coming from activities, from port activities. For instance, I can be quickly because we don't have so much time, so I am going to write the solution. The Rotterdam for instance. So the solution can be for what I am going to search. It's for me, provide the structure on the ports to minimize these impacts. And you again find the company contact, the website, and you can contact the provider to obtain more informations. Again, another case can be if I am a municipality and I want solutions. If I want to find a solution that creates urban waste, waterscape, water quality, we have this kind of solution. That this solution creates an habit for biodiversity, urban waterscaping, water quality, wastewater treatment, transforming hard edge water bodies into living water parks. More information, again, you can contact them. So as you can see, we have a bunch of solutions. At the moment, we have 139. Let's see. Okay. I don't know how to. Okay. Okay, so we have 139 solutions, and Blue Mission is looking for each month upload at least 30 innovative solutions. Now I can, okay. So moving forward, the catalog of solutions aims to expand its reach by encouraging more users to contribute and share their solutions. Additionally, Wavelinks plans to enhance the platform usability and integrate new features that promote collaboration and continuous learning. So the last thing, I would like to invite all of you to explore the catalog of solutions on the Wavelinks platform, whether you are looking for innovative ideas to address specific challenges, or you have any kind of solution, innovative solutions to share. This is a place for you. Thank you. I am going to pass the word from Dusan again, and that's it. Thanks so much.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Tainara. So I will capture back the screen. So I wanted to show just a couple of small things, small but important, and it kind of has to do with how you can interact with the data on the website, and it's sort of universal for multiple of these databases, and this is why we wanted to do it here. The first thing I wanted to show you is sort of that you also have the ability to download this data. So if you go, for example, we are now on the project website, and maybe I would like to look at all the projects that are in mission objective 1 and that are in the Atlantic and Arctic Lighthouse. So I see that there are 216 of those projects. I can now click on either one of these buttons, so either CSV or Excel. Download this data set on my computer. So a second, but you see them here. You actually twice. You see the Wavelinks project CVS, and you see the Wavelinks projects export also as an Excel file. And there it is. It's the 200 something projects that satisfied the criteria that I had. So this is also a way to give things back, and to allow you to use this data possibly in other ways than just directly on the website. So this is how you can get the data out. Now I want to talk about how do you get the data in. So the specific example is adding a new solution. So this was something that was a big and strong demand from multiple partners, and that we worked over a couple of months to include in the website, and actually went fully live and working yesterday. So you're sort of the first ones to see it. So let's say that I have a So there's some fields that are mandatory that you have to fill out. And you notice that there's a mandatory field here that's a provider. And we realize this can be tricky, because what if we're adding a solution that's for an organization that doesn't yet exist? So usually I could, for example, if it's a solution from Denmark, I could look for my university, which is University of Southern Denmark. You also see that it shows up twice. We are working on deduplicating the data set, but the issue here is capitalization. So I could just select it here, and now I could submit my solution. But in case that it's an entirely new provider, an entirely new stakeholder, I could first go to stakeholders. Sorry, I can also go to add new. And I can add a new I can add some data. I can click submit. Now, I just submitted this, and you notice that it was not exactly a most useful organization to add to our database. So we do have a quality check. It is added to the database, but it is not publicly displayed until we approve it. However, because it is in the database, if I now wanted to add a project, and let's go back here, and I wanted to look, I have Dula's organization, which I just added, even though it is not already and not visible on the website. I can still use it here. I can still submit a project. The project is also added to the database, also not visible. It gets approved actually by Tenara, and then we make it visible. So there are different ways data gets entered into Wavelinks, and there are pros and cons for all of them. We get a lot of things from databases, and the benefits of that is that we can do high volume, that we can get a lot of information in a relatively quick and efficient way. However, it's nice to also have this way of adding things by hand. It's of course more taxing, and it takes more time from everybody, but we expect that in some ways the quality would be higher, at least that this is sort of curated things that people really feel should be on there. And it assures that things stay current, and that even between the updates that we do, there could be new things added. I believe that that's all that I wanted to show you for now. So that's it for me. I believe that we're now we're 5 minutes ahead of time, which is
Thank you.
which is wonderful. And I'll let Anna take back the lead.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dusan, Francis, Cecilia, Tainara. This was a great overview on how to navigate the wavelinks. We have a couple of questions here in our Q&A section. So for example, Gordon Dalton, is there a template for a project to upload a solution? Are there keywords to upload to assist in the search function for a solution? Can maybe Dusan or Tainara answer this?
I can.
No, sorry. I guess you answered that, and Gordon acknowledged that.
Yeah, okay. I'm just going to say, so yes, as you saw, there is a template, which is basically the form that you fill in. Things are not constrained in, for example, the keywords are not selected from a list, but they're currently open. We might change this we might change some of these things in the future, but we try to also leave enough degrees of freedom so that different types of solutions from different domains can easily be uploaded, and that they would all fit into our form.
Thank you, Dusan. Just waiting to see if there's anyone else adding questions. If not, I think.
I see a raised hand from Gordon.
Oh, really?
Actually, on the Zoom, but maybe that was. So, Gordon, if there is something else, feel free to type it in the chat.
Maybe this was still for
No.
the other question.
It was maybe, yeah, it went away.
Okay. So we have questions coming. So Oriane Georges, I'm trying to submit a project, but nothing happens when I click submit. Dusan.
So far, stakeholders and solutions, I need to double check the projects. I can.
Okay. So the add button was very recent, only yesterday.
Yes.
It became functional, so maybe there are still some.
I'm going to check it right now, but I think it should be working. But in case, we'll double check later today and make sure that's there.
Thank you, Dusan. And also we have another question. Tainara, can you show an example of an investor looking for an advanced TRL to invest in?
Okay. First of all, we have a lot of categories. One of them is the maturity of the solutions. And I am going to share my screen now. Okay. So here in the catalog, we have the readiness level. You have the technical, the business, societal, and impact. For categorizing the solutions, we are join the technical readiness. Let's see if it's done. For example, let's see if it works. For instance, this one here, the same solutions that I showed before, the Azure Drift Cam. We are always in the solution details. You have always the information about the technology readiness level. In this situation here, it has the classification 7. That's a system prototype demonstration in operational environment. But as the platform is still developing, you can search this maturity solution to invest one by one. That's a good point of view, but we can add an option to choose which solution is more maturity than another one. So let's see. Okay. So for example, let's go to the middle of the catalog of solutions. So this one, no. Dusan, that's a good tool for us to develop. like filter the technology of the maturity level. For example, this one
Actually, maybe
has...
may you jump in? Sorry, Tainara. I think you had it actually selected before. So in the filters,
Yes.
you were there already. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
there's readiness level.
Technical, exactly. No,
No, not clear, but done.
yeah, now and no, scroll down. Not done. Scroll down to TRL 9. So that would be a higher.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Exactly. So
yeah, for sure. Thank you, Freddy. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. That's it. So you have the readiness level again. Let's go. That's it. You have the readiness level. You can choose technical. For solution, it's available for technical readiness. Okay, and here you have the degrees. You have the classification. So if I am I want to invest in some project that has a large number of the maturity, you can select the number 9, that the solution that the system proven in operational environment. So that's it. And you can search for those solutions that is available for investors and continue develop the solution. That's it. I'm going to share.
Thank you, Tainara and Dusan. I guess we online we have a lot of people testing the Wavelinks platform, and so this is perfect because we have engagement. Yes, Dusan, go ahead.
Yeah, so I just wanted to I checked the project in the meantime. So it to me it seems to be working fine. So I sort of filled out. Make sure you filled out all the fields that have a star. So here I used I made up a project, and I added it to my favorite doulas organization. And when I click, I get this sort of pop-up window that says new entry has been submitted. So that should work just fine. There was a question from Gordon that I didn't fully understand about trying to upload my organization in the stakeholder section. It seems that how the screen options are not accessible. I cannot scroll down to save. I guess I showed that just before. It could be an issue of different. So we're here. I don't know if it's a problem with activity type. It could be a problem of your screen size or of your browser. I would try maybe a different browser. If not, feel free to drop us a line, and we want to hear about these problems because you're the best people to help us debug things. So send us an email, maybe take a screenshot if you can. We appreciate the time and effort that you put into that, but it really helps us. It helps us debug things and find better ways to do it.
Yes, I think that some of the comments that people are leaving us on the chat and also the Q&A section, we could have them as suggestions to improve. Like, for example, we have suggesting some refinements on the funding source tab, which I will copy and make notes so that we can work on that as well. So this is helpful for us as well. Thank you. So Gordon succeeded in Firefox. That's what he's saying. So maybe it's a browser issue.
Okay, so I'll check it on Chrome as well. I think we usually use like Firefox in the team. We try to check it in other browsers, but it might be that obviously something is not working. So we'll try to make sure that that it's compatible with all the major browsers. We know that it's not going to work on mobile very well, but we don't expect that you're
Yep.
really going to be accessing this type of thing on your mobile phone. Okay, and thanks, Oriane. So try. So the message for the filling in the stakeholder, I was about to type it in chat, but I can also say it here. Just try it on a different browser. If it doesn't work, please drop us a line with a screenshot of the last screen that you're trying to send things. The email is at the bottom of the landing page, and hopefully we can fix that.
Okay, Dusan, thank you. I guess we are reaching towards the end of our weekly hour, and I guess it was a very successful weekly hour. I would like to thank our speakers, and especially to the people who joined us online. I guess we had a lot of engagement in our chat and Q&A section. So I believe this is a success for the weekly hour. So thank you, everyone, and I will see you in the next weekly hour. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Acho que